we also saw, it took a few years to sort of build up, but 2005 was the year that Doctor Who came back on television. It had been gone for, man, a decade, I guess.
Yeah, in any substantial way for a very long time. And, we're talking about gritty superhero movies, but this was sort of like the gritty Doctor Who comeback. Christopher Eccleston was angry. That was different. He had this tragedy. There was this new mythology we brought in his evolution over the course of that one season. Eccleston only had one season of Doctor Who, but, it was a very different Doctor, and it set the stage for sort of a lighter tone with David Tennant. But it really, I think, it was Eccleston that rebooted the franchise.
Well, sure. I think people that started with Doctor Who here might not understand that it used to be, it's actually sort of similar to Batman in that it used to be kind of this campy show, it was a half hour long and, silly, and this guy goes on adventures and he can time travel, and it was kind of educational in some ways. That was the whole reason that he could time travel, was to, teach you about these different time periods. And they brought it back as an hour-long drama that was really, serious and tackled sort of heavy sci-fi issues, and against all odds, it worked. It's still going strong to this day.
Yeah, and it's a very different show now than it was in 2005 when
Sure,
it came back. But even so, I mean, people, if you're introducing yourself to Doctor Who now, I feel like a lot of people start either with Tennant or with Matt Smith. He really was what made it explode in the United States.
Yeah, they kind of skipped that first season. It is a little rough around the edges. I'd still like it, but some of the special effects, it's just obviously men in rubber suits, and the budget was not, anywhere what it would become.
That first episode too is maybe not the best representation of that season, but there are a couple episodes there that just pack an emotional punch, and I loved Russell T Davies as the showrunner there. I thought he did some really exceptional stuff.
And Rose is the new companion that's introduced to
Yes.
Doctor. Always has to have a companion if anybody doesn't know. And Rose is sort of a divisive character. Where do you fall on that?
I really like Rose. I mean, maybe it's the sap in me, but she became his love interest, and that carried over into the David Tennant seasons and really packed some major climaxes. She even came back in the 50th anniversary in her own way. I like Rose. I feel like you're at the other end of the spectrum, though, right?
Oh, Rose isn't my favorite. She's actually in the middle.
Who is your favorite?
I like Donna a lot.
Oh, Donna Noble. Dr. Donna.
I am so insanely confused right now.
Yeah, it's. You guys take it away.
You seem excited though, so I'm glad you guys are
Doctor Who is one of those things that has a fandom, right? And it's one of the early examples of sort of a deep fandom developing around, a television show. And now we see that in stuff like Sherlock and Supernatural, and a lot of these shows have their own sort of fandoms. And Doctor Who, it's just, I just think it's, like I said earlier, everything old is new again, and nothing needs to go away forever. And I think that's really rad.